On the outside, Hong Kong is still the bustling global financial center of Asia. But within the city, much has changed in the last 24 years. In 1997, rule of this British colony returned to China, governed under the idea of one country, two systems. Anna Chung still keeps the newspaper with a handover on the front page.
It was like a landmark time at that moment that maybe it is a good chance for Hong Kong to belong to China now and bring back the democratic value and all the universal value back to China.
But instead of Hong Kong's democratic values influencing China, the opposite has happened, with the biggest changes felt within the past year, after China implemented the national security law as a response to the 2019 protests against an extradition bill, leading to months of confrontations between pro-democracy activists and police. Gatherings such as this year's anniversary of the 1989 pro-democracy crackdown at Tiananmen Square no longer allowed.
We have to improve along with the development that the Hong Kong police will use whatever measures in order to maintain the public order and public safety.
I feel that Beijing was losing face and they need to fix it quickly.
This year, election laws have been amended and Hong Kong films will now be vetted. The national security law gives China broad powers to arrest anyone involved in anti-government activities, creating fear throughout Hong Kong and beyond, says exile Francis Hui.
The biggest change that I've seen is the self-censorship. People start to delete their posts on social media, the posts that they have made about the movements, about China, anything that is like deemed to be criticizing the government or supporting the movement.
There have been mass arrests of activists, which led some Hong Kong activists to flee the territory, including former Hong Kong legislator Gradual.
I feel that I need to leave, or else I will be in danger.
Also in exile is this man, who calls himself Chai Lau, now in the United States.
Other countries are willing to accept us Hong Kongers. We should leave Hong Kong. If a ship is sinking and we have life rafts, we will, of course, get on them. There's no point in sinking with a ship.
I didn't want to leave, and thinking the fact that if I leave right now, I would never be able to go back home. That is like torturing for me.
Hui, now in the U.S., and other Hong Kongers in exile will continue their activist work abroad, so Hong Kong does not become just another city in China.
We belong to the land of Hong Kong, and we are Hong Konger, and we should have the ownership of that land.
Some activists say Hong Kong is more than just a place.
Don't miss Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is not a place, it's a person. If your position in the battlefield is lost, you can regain it. But when a people die, you can't bring them back.
The exiled pro-democracy Hong Kongers say they will continue the movement to save the culture and people of Hong Kong, unique from mainland China. Elizabeth Lee, VOA News.
Gracias.